Last year, 1,200 people were killed by police officers. That doesn't seem like a huge number, but that's one person in every 8 hours. While all races are victims of police brutality, African Americans are killed at 3 times the rate of any other race.
Once again, police beating up on people. Look right here.
The problem is this: there's lawlessness in this country. The president encourages this lawlessness. He encourages it. He doesn't back up the police. He justifies Black Lives Matter. Listen, I don't believe that movement should be justified when they're calling for the murder of police officers. No.
I feel like I can't trust my own police officers because of the negative connotation that I do get because of my race. I feel like racial profiling has a lot to do with it.
It's racial profiling.
So if I'm walking down the street,
if I was walking down a dark, empty alley,
like I shouldn't automatically be targeted because I am Black.
Yeah, I would feel kind of nervous because I know what happens all around the world with police officers and African American people.
Since we're targeted because of our race, how can we not blame that for being harassed and most of the time taken advantage of in situations with the police?
When you see a Black person, it should be no different than when you see a white person on the street. Both should be equally suspicious in the eyes of the police. I feel like there's a certain amount of trust that's been lost between the police force and the African American community.
With all these incidents, it's making people trust the police less, and then with certain people getting away with it, it's making other policemen think that it's okay.
Media sheds light on police brutality, but it falls short in what it needs to do.
I think that sometimes, you never really get the full story on either ends about like who the person was that got killed or who the police officer was and the details behind it.
When somebody gets a video, usually they post it on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, and when they get their hands on it, they share it with their friends, and that spreads the word quickly. But with social media nowadays, when people see a video, everybody talks about it for a couple of days and then it's gone. They fall short in producing a call to action.
It first has to start with on the police's part.
Now that there's been so many incidents, they might try and come up with some type of protocol
to work to defeat the social construct that is racial profiling, and also I think that it would be beneficial for the government to institute front-facing cameras so we can know exactly what is happening at these crime scenes.
Like as a society, we need to take initiative and control this as soon as possible. I don't believe police brutality is a personal issue.
No, I have never experienced police brutality.
It's a societal issue.
It's a growing problem.
Police brutality is our country's issue, not just those who fall victim to it. It is up to us, all as one, to come together and stop the injustice taking place against African Americans.
If our society really wanted to solve the problem, we could. It's just it would require everybody saying this is important, this is significant. And that we don't just pay attention to these communities when a CVS burns. And we don't just pay attention when a young man gets shot or has his spine snapped. We're paying attention all the time because we consider those kids our kids and we think they're important.